Imagine you see her, the one person in the room who instantly grabs your attention. Your heart spikes, your palms sweat, and you want to walk over, but his social shadow whispers in your ear, "You're not ready. You'll mess up. What will people think?" Most guys listen to that shadow. They stay in the corner scrolling through their phones and go home wondering what if. But here's the truth. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's a protocol you can install. Today, we're breaking down the science of the approach into a system that turns that social shadow into a social superpower. We aren't just talking about tips, we are talking about a total rewiring of your social DNA. Ask yourself, is the version of you that wakes up today actually capable of building the future you want? If the answer is no, it's time to change the script. Stop reacting, start leading. It's not magic, it's mechanics. Before you even take a step, we have to fix your internal hard drive. Most men fail before they even speak because they are outcome dependent. As Mark Manson explains in his book Models, they think their entire value depends on whether a woman gives them her number. This creates a needy energy that acts like a repellent. You need to flip the script to outcome independence. Think about the mere exposure effect. This is a psychological phenomenon where people tend to develop a preference for things merely because they are familiar with them. Before you approach your main target, interact with the room. In his book, The 5 a.m. Club, Robin Sharma talks about the victory hour, a time for self-mastery. Master the room first, high-five the guy at the door, ask the bartender how their night is going. When she sees you being socially accepted by others, her pre-selection instinct kicks in. You've just lowered her cognitive load, the neurological resources her brain uses to analyze if a stranger is a threat. By the time you walk over, you're not a stranger, you're the most likable person in the room. Now let's talk about the 7-second rule. Science tells us that humans form a permanent impression in less than it takes to take a deep breath. 55% of that impression is based purely on your appearance and body language. You need to max out your presence. Admiral William H. McRaven famously says in his book, Make Your Bed, that you must start with a small victory to build momentum. Your small victory here is your posture. Keep your head up. You want to look like you own the space, not like you're guarding it. When you walk, take larger steps and slow your pace down. A fast walk signals that you are being chased by anxiety. A slow, deliberate walk signals status. Approach from a slight 45-degree angle. Never approach directly from the front or the back. It triggers a primal startle response in the brain. You want to be a welcome addition to her environment, not an interruption to her safety. You've reached her. The social shadow is screaming at you to say something cool, but here is the secret. What you say only accounts for 7% of her impression. 38% of your impact is the tonality of your voice. Use a low, resonant tone. Avoid up-talking, that habit of making every sentence sound like a question. It signals that you are seeking her approval. Break the ice with a personalized compliment. Notice something she chose. That necklace is unique, it really stands out. This shows you are observant and genuine. If you feel your heart racing, use the grounded toe trick. Press your big toes firmly into the soles of your shoes. This physical action grounds your nervous system and stops the fight or flight tremors in your hands. Maintain steady eye contact but blink slowly. Science proves that slow blinking signals intimacy and high social status. Once the conversation is moving, you need to look for indicators of interest. Is she leaning in? Is she playing with her hair? Is she mirroring your body language? In his book, Atomic Habits, James Clear reminds us, you do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems. Your system here is observation. If she starts to mirror the way you stand, her mirror neurons are firing. You are now in sync. This is where you apply the nostril breathing technique. Subtly breathe through your nose to drastically slow your heart rate and keep you in a calm and creative state. You want to be the emotional anchor in the conversation. If she's nervous, your calm energy will settle her. If she's excited, your steady presence will make her feel safe. You aren't just talking, you are conducting an emotional orchestra. The biggest mistake men make is staying too long until the conversation gets awkward. You must leave while the energy is at its highest peak. This is based on the peak end rule, a psychological heuristic where people judge an experience based on how they felt at its peak and at its end. Once you share a laugh or a moment of high connection, say this, "I've got to get back to my friends, but I really enjoyed this. Let's keep this going another time." Get the number and walk away immediately. Don't linger, don't look back. By leaving at the peak, you lock in a high-value memory of yourself. Every approach is a brick in the wall of your new identity. An outlier doesn't see rejection as failure, they see it as data collection. You faced the social shadow and you won. You gained mastery over your own fear. That is the only victory that matters. Now, take that energy and apply it to every room you walk into. Be the light, be the anchor, and be the man who builds the future he wants. The blueprint is finished, the core is strong. You are an outlier. Get to work.